So first, let's get you updates from Punjab. Just ahead of the assembly elections in the state of Punjab, the Congress party announced a new organizational blueprint. And instead of ending in fighting in the Congress unit in the state of Punjab, it has led to murmurs of discontent. Now, as far as the Congress party is concerned, it has retained the top leadership in the state of Punjab. So Mr. Amrinder Singh Raja Vading will continue to be the Congress president in the state of Punjab, and Pratap Bajwa will be the leader of opposition. It has also announced some new election committees to accommodate the rest of the leaders. For example, Mr. Charanjit Singh Channi has been made the campaign committee chief. Vijay Inder Singla will head the election management and coordination committee. Amar Singh will head the manifesto committee, and Sukhjinder Singh Randhawa will chair the core committee. Now, despite giving such a prominent role to Mr. Charanjit Singh Channi when it comes to the campaign committee, he hasn't reacted, responded, thanked the High Command at all. Similar silence was witnessed on part of Mr. Randhawa, who earlier in fact met Home Minister Amit Shah, and that particular meeting has also led to a lot of speculation on what's transpiring in the Congress unit in the state of Punjab. So let's first listen into what Mr. Sukhjinder Randhawa had to say.
लेकिन सर, क्योंकि ये बोला जा रहा है कि आप नाराज चल रहे हैं, ये जो लिस्ट आई है उसकी वजह से आप नाराज हैं कि पीसीसी प्रेसिडेंट में चेंजेस नहीं आए।
ये देखिए, ये पीसीसी प्रेसिडेंट तो मेरे साथ बैठे हैं, मेरे राजस्थान के
पंजाब की बात करें सर, क्योंकि चुनाव वहाँ पर
आप वहाँ उनसे पूछिए। आप मेरे से पूछने आई हैं कि होम मिनिस्टर को क्यों मिलने के, वो मैंने आपको दे दिया। अगली बात
नाराजगी नहीं है, कोई नाराजगी नहीं है,
अगली बात चंडीगढ़ करेंगे।
Interesting reaction there coming in from Mr. Randhawa. We are also given to understand that Arun Chugh was also part of this meeting. Now, there are Congress leaders who come out in defense of Mr. Randhawa, and one of them is Mr. Ashok Gehlot, who says that this was a meeting about the law and order situation. Let's listen into what Mr. Randhawa had to say about that.
नहीं, जो वाइडिंग आपको लेटर आपने, मेरा ख्याल है कि वो एक बार कोई जाट था, तो सारी रात रिमांड चलती रही। सुबह उठकर कहने लगा कि सीताराम की क्या लगती थी। मैंने इतना कुछ बता दिया तो आपको।
लेकिन सर, क्योंकि ये बोला जा रहा है कि आप नाराज चल रहे हैं, ये जो लिस्ट आई है उसकी वजह से आप नाराज हैं कि पीसीसी प्रेसिडेंट में चेंजेस नहीं आए।
ये देखिए, ये पीसीसी प्रेसिडेंट तो मेरे साथ बैठे हैं, मेरे राजस्थान के
पंजाब की बात करें सर, क्योंकि चुनाव वहाँ पर
आप वहाँ उनसे पूछिए। आप मेरे से पूछने आई हैं कि होम मिनिस्टर को क्यों मिलने के, वो मैंने आपको दे दिया। अगली बात
नाराजगी नहीं है, कोई नाराजगी नहीं है,
अगली बात चंडीगढ़ करेंगे।
So on both the issues, Mr. Randhawa says, as far as the list is concerned, he says, "Sari raat Ramayan chalti rahi." So he's indicating that there was a long marathon meeting with the High Command, but clearly he isn't happy with that. Now we're given to understand there's breaking input coming in that BJP leader Tarun Chugh also met Sukhjinder Singh Randhawa, Congress MP, after the meeting with Home Minister Amit Shah. And it is this particular meeting, after the one that Mr. Randhawa had with the Home Minister, which has led to a lot of speculation. Questions being asked on what is the significance of this meeting? What was the agenda? What was discussed? Let me go across to Manoj, my colleague, who's getting us more details. Manoj, क्योंकि अभी हाल फिलहाल में दूसरे राज्यों में हमने देखा है कि कैसे रीजनल पार्टीज को छोड़ करके लोग बीजेपी में या एनडीए में शामिल हो गए हैं, तो जैसे ही कांग्रेस या किसी भी ऑपोजिशन पार्टी की मुलाकात बीजेपी के नेताओं से होती है, तो जाहिर तौर पर यह सवाल पूछा जाता है कि ये क्यों, या क्या अगला क्या यहाँ पर टर्न अराउंड होने वाला है, क्या बड़ी खबर यहीं से आने वाली है। तो इस मीटिंग के बारे में आपके पास क्या जानकारी?
जी बिल्कुल, देखिए दरअसल जो टाइमिंग है, हाल ही में अभी कांग्रेस का जो संगठन है उसको लेकर ऐलान किया गया है, उसमें नामों का ऐलान किया गया है। सुखजिंदर सिंह रंधावा जो हैं वो भी कहीं ना कहीं एक चेहरा थे, या हम कह सकते हैं एक उनका नाम चल रहा था, प्रदेश अध्यक्ष की दौड़ में वो थे। लेकिन जिस तरीके से एक बार फिर से अमरिंदर सिंह राजा वडिंग को ही अध्यक्ष बनाया गया है, एलओपी में भी कोई बदलाव नहीं किया गया है, उसके बाद से कई कांग्रेस के जो बड़े नेता हैं वो कहीं ना कहीं चुप्पी साधे हुए हैं और कईयों ने नाराजगी भी व्यक्त की है। तो सुखजिंदर सिंह रंधावा जिस तरीके से अमित शाह से मिले हैं, तो इस टाइमिंग अपने आप में कई सवाल खड़े करती है। हालांकि उन्होंने बाहर आकर बताया है कि जो पंजाब के इश्यूज हैं, लॉ एंड ऑर्डर का इश्यूज है, बॉर्डर स्टेट का इशू है, उनको लेकर अमित शाह से मिले थे, लेकिन पत्ते अभी तक नहीं खोले हैं सुखजिंदर सिंह रंधावा ने। और चाहे सुखजिंदर रंधावा हो, चरणजीत सिंह चन्नी हो, जो आज बैठक कर रहे हैं रूपनगर में, वहां पर भी तमाम बड़े कांग्रेस के लीडर पहुंचे हुए हैं। जो संगठन में जो नामों का ऐलान हुआ है, उसके बाद हम कह सकते हैं कि पर्दे के पीछे से रणनीति बनाई जा रही है। कहीं ना कहीं अपनी शो ऑफ स्ट्रेंथ दिखाना चाहते हैं, शक्ति प्रदर्शन करना चाहते हैं तमाम नेता, और आला कमान को मैसेज भेजना चाहते हैं। जी
Manoj, stay on with us. We have some inputs coming in as far as sources are concerned. Now, according to sources, Mr. Charanjit Singh Channi was lobbying for the Punjab Congress chief's post, but the High Command has decided to retain the top leadership. And Mr. Channi is not very happy with this decision taken by the High Command to choose continuity over change. Now, we're given to understand that all those leaders who are in the Channi camp are supporters of Mr. Charanjit Singh Channi are meeting at his residence. And in fact, we're given to understand there are about 21 key leaders, 21 key leaders in a huddle as we speak. So Mr. Channi is not very happy with the High Command deciding, choosing to continue the top leadership, to retain the top leadership, which means Amrinder Singh Raja Vading will continue to be the Congress president in the state of Punjab. Mr. Channi wanted that post. That's what we're given to understand. That's the reason perhaps why he hasn't thanked the High Command after being, assigned the campaign committee. Let's also tell you all about the breaking inputs coming in on the broadcast. So this has led to a lot of murmur as far as the Punjab Congress unit is concerned, over discontent, over upset Congress leaders. Now, Congress leader Tarsem Singh says Congress cannot form government under the leadership of Amrinder Singh Raja Vading, as the public does not support him. Clear divide now appearing, fissures appearing as far as the Punjab unit of the Congress party is concerned. Public wants Amrinder Singh Raja Vading to be replaced as the Congress president, says Tarsem Singh, who is a supporter clearly of Charanjit Singh Channi. He says the people want to see Charanjit Singh Channi as the next chief minister of Punjab. That's the breaking input.
नहीं सकते, नहीं क्यों नहीं बना सकते? लोग नहीं चाहते ना ये, जिन्हों ने वोटां पाउणियां वो तो बड़े मजबूस हो गए। वो कहते भी नहीं,
लोग क्या कहते कि कौन होना चाहिए?
नहीं, वो कहते थे कि भाई इनको तो देखो ना, शुरू से ही कह रहे थे कि इसको बदलना है, तो बदला नहीं तो फिर मजूसी होती है ना।
क्या राय क्या आई थी कि उनके बदल के किसको लाया जाए?
लेट अस सी व्हाट हैपेंस।
क्या राय, लोगों की क्या राय आई?
लोग तो चन्नी साहब को
चाहते। क्या अध्यक्ष बनाया जाए कि मुख्यमंत्री भी चन्नी को?
मुख्यमंत्री
चन्नी।
And Manoj continues to be with us on the broadcast. Manoj, ये तो एक नेता हुए तरसेम सिंह, ऐसा हमें जानकारी मिल रही है कि ऐसे कई नेता हैं जो कि खुश नहीं है, जो चन्नी कैंप के नेता हैं, जिनको लगता है कि लीडरशिप में बदलाव होना चाहिए था। उनके हिसाब से अमरिंदर सिंह राजा वड़िंग की लीडरशिप में अगर चुनाव लड़ा जाता है तो फिर कांग्रेस पार्टी नहीं जीत सकती।
जी बिल्कुल, चरणजीत सिंह चन्नी ने आज बैठक बुलाई है अपने समर्थकों की, और कांग्रेस के कई दिग्गज पहुंचे हैं। जहां पर ये बैठक चल रही है वहीं पर मैं मौजूद हूं। ये रूपनगर के मोरिंडा में चरणजीत सिंह चन्नी का घर है, और यहां पर पिछले करीब 3 घंटे से लगातार बैठक जो चरणजीत सिंह चन्नी ने बुलाई है कांग्रेस लीडर्स की, वो यहां पर जारी है। और रणनीति बनाई जा रही है कहीं ना कहीं कि जो संगठन में नामों का ऐलान किया गया, जिस तरीके से एक बार फिर से अमरिंदर सिंह राजा वड़िंग को अध्यक्ष बनाया गया है, उसको लेकर क्या करना है। और यहाँ पर हमने देखा बहुत सारे फॉर्मर एमएलए, सिटिंग एमएलए भी पहुंचे थे, और कई पूर्व विधायकों ने कहा कि चरणजीत सिंह चन्नी को ही अध्यक्ष बनाया जाना चाहिए था, उनके चेहरे पर ही चुनाव लड़ना चाहिए। इस तरह की रणनीति यहाँ पर बनाई जा रही है, और कुल मिला के सीधे तौर पर हम कह सकते हैं नाराजगी है। आप देखिए कि जैसे ही संगठन के नामों का ऐलान हुआ, और हालांकि चरणजीत सिंह चन्नी को कैंपेन कमेटी का चेयरमैन बनाया गया है, लेकिन वो इससे खुश नहीं है। तो किसी ने भी अभी तक धन्यवाद तक आला कमान का नहीं किया है। और यहाँ पर राणा गुरजीत हो या भारत भूषण आशु हो, पूर्व मंत्री हैं पंजाब सरकार के, ऐसे तमाम बड़े नेता, सिटिंग एमएलए, फॉर्मर एमएलए यहाँ पर पहुंचे हुए हैं। जी
Absolutely. Manoj, do stay on with us. Now, it's clear that the High Command was trying to strike a balance, and that has ended up upsetting the leaders. The rift is widening, and it is not just limited to Mr. Charanjit Singh Channi. Earlier, we also saw a cryptic post put out by Manish Tiwari, and this happened after he was left out or found no place in the new organization rejig, one can say. And Manish Tiwari, in fact, we're given to understand, was not even consulted when the entire feedback exercise was carried out. So there are those who are pointing out that Manish Tiwari has been sidelined. He spoke about insecurities of individuals and institutions. That was the cryptic post put out by Mr. Manish Tiwari. Then there are others who say that the High Command has taken the right decision and it is trying to strike a balance, isn't it?
देखो, ये कांग्रेस हाईकमांड का निर्णय है, तो वो तो कांग्रेस हाईकमांड फैसला लेगी ना किसको क्या जिम्मेदारी देनी है। वो बहुत सीनियर लीडर हैं, हम सब लोगों के दोस्त हैं, पार्लियामेंट में मिलते हैं, लेकिन फैसला तो हाईकमांड को लेना।
So what we're given to understand is that there was an entire feedback exercise that was carried out. There were marathon back-to-back meetings that took place. In fact, you heard Mr. Randhawa speak about the same, ki sari raat Ramayan chalti rahi. What he was trying to highlight is that there was a lot of lobbying, a lot of discussions that went on, after which the Congress High Command decided to retain the top leadership. That hasn't gone down well with leaders like Mr. Charanjit Singh Channi, who at the moment is meeting with his supporters, and there's a key huddle happening at his residence. And then you have leaders like Manish Tiwari who also seem upset with the organizational rejig. Let's listen into how the BJP is looking at these developments taking place within the Congress party in Punjab.
कांग्रेस में इस समय परिक्रमावादी और महापरिक्रमावादियों में संघर्ष चल रहा, क्योंकि पराक्रमवादी तो वहां बचा कोई नहीं। कांग्रेस में वंशवाद, अहंकार, तानाशाही सिर चढ़ के बोल रही है। नौसिखिए, नालायक, नाकामयाब युवराज विदेशी टूल किट पर नागिन डांस कर रहे हैं। जो लोग अपनी पार्टी को संभाल नहीं पा रहे, वो देश चलाने के मुंगेरी लाल के हसीन सपने देख रहे।
Shifting our focus now to the embezzlement row of Ram Temple donation, and we have some breaking inputs coming in on the broadcast. This is the exclusive scoop that we are getting for you. This is what sources are telling your channel, that the bank accounts of accused are under lens. Cops are looking through the transactions that have been done through these accounts that belong to the accused who have been arrested. What we're given to understand is that the salary was not used by these accused for months together, and the embezzled money that was taken home by them was used for their daily expenses. So they were saving their salaries and they were using the money, money that they stole from the temple. The accused used to get a salary of somewhere between 17 to 20,000 rupees. That's what we're given to understand. We've got you some exclusive scoop about how the entire racket was operating, how they had set a target for themselves. This is all based on a key eyewitness who has alleged that these individuals had set a target of 2.5 lakh rupees per person. So in a day, they were stealing 10 lakh rupees per day. They used to park this money in the washrooms, and from there the money was taken somewhere else. Remember, the recoveries that have been made, they were found from residences or places that belong to these accused. 8 of them arrested behind bars are being interrogated. There's a fresh angle which has emerged based on the statement, based on the information which has been shared by the eyewitness. And now we're given to understand that these accused did not touch the money that they got, their salaries that they got. Let me go across to Vinod Mishra, who's getting us more details on that. Vinod, जानकारी मिल रही है कि ये जो आरोपी हैं जिनको गिरफ्तार किया गया है, ये अपने बैंक अकाउंट से जिनमें इनकी सैलरी आती थी उससे कोई ट्रांजैक्शन नहीं करते थे। तो ये अपनी सैलरी के पैसे बचा रहे थे, 17 से 20 हज़ार मिलती थी, और जो पैसे मंदिर से चुराए जाते थे उससे इनका खर्च चल रहा था।
एग्जैक्टली अभी तक जो इन्वेस्टिगेशन हो रही है, जो पुलिस पूछताछ कर रही है, अनवर शुक्ला एक एक्यूज है इन 8 में से, जिसको पुलिस ने 13 घंटे के लिए रिमांड पर लिया हुआ, उससे पूछताछ हुई है। और उनके जो बैंक स्टेटमेंट पुलिस ने निकाले जब उनको अरेस्ट किया इनके एविडेंसेस कलेक्ट करने के लिए, तो पता चला कि इन्होंने मैक्सिमम, इसमें जो आरोपी हैं 8 मैक्सिमम ने अपनी सैलरी विड्रॉ ही नहीं की, यानी पिछले कुछ महीनों से अपनी सैलरी विड्रॉ नहीं कर रहे थे। अब ऐसे में जिनकी सैलरी जो है 17 से 20 हज़ार रुपये हुआ, वो विड्रॉ नहीं कर रहे हैं, तो घर खर्च कैसे चला रहे हैं? गाड़ियां कैसे खरीद रहे हैं, प्रॉपर्टीज कैसे खरीद रहे हैं। माना ये जा रहा है कि जो चोरी के पैसे थे ये सब कुछ उससे कर रहे थे, कैश में सारी डीलिंग करते थे। अनमोल शुक्ला ने, जिसको पुलिस ने डिटेन किया हुआ, उसने एक कार खरीदी थी और बेसिकली वो कार भी उसने ब्रिजा कार ली, सेकंड हैंड कार ली और कैश में 5 लाख में खरीदी। जो प्रॉपर्टीज ली उसने वो भी कैश में ली। रमणा होटल में उसने एक बड़ा फंक्शन किया था, वो भी कैश में पेमेंट किया था। तो जितने भी इनके एक्सपेंडिंग्स थे वो सारे एक्सपेंडिंग्स जो है वो कैश कर रहे थे।
जी, तो ये छोटे मोटे घर के खर्च नहीं है, इससे प्रॉपर्टी भी खरीदी जा रही थी। और आई विटनेस जो है उन्होंने टाइम्स नाउ को पहले बताया कि हर किसी ने अपने लिए 2.5 लाख रुपए प्रतिदिन का टारगेट रखा था। इस तरह से 10 लाख के करीब जो पैसे थे, जो रकम थी, वो डेली हर दिन ये लोग मंदिर से लेकर जाते थे। There's information coming in that they used to park this money in the washroom when from there it was taken elsewhere. Vinod, thank you very much for getting us the details. There's a stunning claim that has been made by Bajrang Dal founder and BJP leader Mr. Vinay Katiyar, who says that Champat Rai, Gopal Rao and Anil Mishra could be jailed. They could be arrested soon. He also says he's spoken to Prime Minister Narendra Modi about this issue.
और मोदी जी के साथ वो संपर्क में है फोन पर। अरे तो मैंने कहा कि सब ठीक हो जाएगा, कुछ तो है नहीं। लेकिन जब हम यहां आ गए तो उसमें देखा चंपत राय भी है, गोपाल राव भी है, ये सब जितने हैं, ये हाँ अनिल मिश्रा हैं। तो ये तो किसी कारण से थोड़ा बच गए, जेल नहीं जा पा रहे हैं। अब हो सकता आगे जाएं अभी।
Now we also have details coming in of the questions that were posed to the big fish, the key accused like Anil Mishra and Gopal Rao. We're given to understand that Anil Mishra was asked about the entire counting process. How was the money counted? Who all were involved? What was their role? How was the money transferred to the bank? Remember, since a lot of these accused have spoken about Anil Mishra playing a key role when it comes to the counting process. So those questions were posed to Anil Mishra. Gopal Rao, another accused, was asked about land acquisitions, about verification and purchase of land parcels. SIT is now going to reconstruct the donation handling process. The probe covers counting, transport of offerings and alleged kickbacks in the land deals as well. So that's the breaking input after Vinay Katiyar has said that he's spoken to Prime Minister Narendra Modi and a stunning claim that Champat Rai could be arrested. The ambit of the entire probe is widening. The questions are on your screen. These were posed to Anil Mishra about the counting process, about people involved, how was the donation counted, how was the money handled, how was it transported. And as far as Gopal Rao is concerned, he was asked about the land deals, about the land acquisitions and the role of the private security guard as well. Now, moving on, there is a massive war of words, and this after the Deputy Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh, Mr. Maurya, came out in support of Champat Rai. In a statement, he seemed to be defending Champat Rai, which has led to a massive furor in the politics of Uttar Pradesh. Listen in.
देखिए, पहली बात तो मैं ये कहना चाहूंगा कि सुप्रीम कोर्ट के किसी ऐसे जज से जिसका किसी भी प्रकार का एफिलिएशन किसी पॉलिटिकल पार्टी के साथ ना हुआ हो, ऐसे सिटिंग जज के देखरेख में इसकी पूरी जांच होनी चाहिए। नंबर 2, इस ट्रस्ट को तुरंत भंग कर देना चाहिए। नंबर 3, मैं बार बार कह रहा हूं कि इसके तार डायरेक्ट दिल्ली से जुड़े हैं, इसीलिए चंपत राय ये जो सस्पेंड, जो एक रेजिग्नेशन, एक दिखावा है।
Moving on now and shifting our focus to breaking inputs in the murder case of Pune businessman Chetan Agarwal. We're given to understand that there is a friend of Chetan who's emerged as a key link. He's the first person that Chetan met as per breaking inputs after the murder. The friend claims that the duo, that is Sia and Chetan, told him about the plan of murdering, of eliminating Chetan Agarwal. Now, this friend of Chetan says that he tried stopping Sia and Chetan, but they did not listen to him, pay any heed to what he had to say, and he did not at that point of time when they were sharing the plan of murder believe that they will actually execute that murder. The friend claims Chetan told him right after the murder. So this friend has now turned as a key link who is confirming that this was a pre-planned murder. He's also confirming that Sia and Chetan shared the plan with him. Let me go across to Rucha. She's joining us live on the broadcast. Rucha, number one, this friend of Chetan confirms it was a pre-planned murder, and he also confirms that they discussed the plan with this friend. So, you know, one thing is clear, that they, Sia and Chetan had been planning it from a long time, which has come out in several reports and information, as well as far as the investigation is concerned. The officials have been speaking about it. Now this friend also says that he did not believe that they'll perhaps, you know, carry out this murder, that they'll execute.
Well, this is a fresh twist in the entire Ketan Agarwal murder case, and this person, the third person, becomes extremely important in this case, because only this one knows that there was a murder being planned and who also was part of it. He, while giving a statement to Pune Rural Police, he has mentioned that he was well aware about the planning that was going on, but he did not believe that they would actually execute the plan. They would actually murder Ketan the way they had planned. In fact, Sia Goyal had even showed him the vlogs of Lohargarh Fort. She had identified the spots. In fact, she also had recorded some videos and showed it to him that this is the spot from where we can execute the murder. We can push him off the hill. So these were the things that he has now revealed in the interrogation. And this particular person who is originally from Beed but lives in Pune, Balwadi, is a school friend of Chetan Chaudhary, who's the co-accused in this entire case. And in fact, it is the same person that Chetan, after pushing Ketan off the cliff, had met for the first time. He was the first person.
So this friend is confirming that Sia and Chetan planned the entire murder. They shared the plan with him, but he says that he's the one who told them not to pursue this, to not go ahead with the killing and murder of Ketan. So the friend says he advised them against it. Now, of course, the investigators will, probe this, look deeper into what is the role of this friend of Chetan. Rucha, thank you for getting us the details. With that, we're slipping into a very short break. We have a lot more lined up on the other side. Stay on with us.